Will boot it away to start the second half. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. They'll open the second half on the ground. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Here's the handoff. This time they stop him in the backfield, and that has been a rare sight in this game tonight.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like, coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Backing up and backing up on the first two plays now to try to throw it in drive on third down. Looking to throw, it's Blair. Under fire. And the missed connection on third down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Gators sending the offense back to work. The give to the back. Turns it on in midfield. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Well, it's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
He lets it fly. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half. Man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. Makes the grab. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
They'll leave it with him. Find some fresh air. Breaks into the open. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Looking for a man. It's Blair. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Firing to the right, complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it all in that last play.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Intercepted for the 11th time. He'll try to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Here's a quick throw out to the left. On the move at the 30. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. Pulls and fires complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his 2nd catch of the game.
He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Blair. He's moving out of the pocket. Got out of trouble and throws.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Handoff from the gun. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. The Seminoles want to crank the tempo. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front four to get the job done on 3rd down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
He gets a block. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That was was a big stop by the defense. Now to see if they can take advantage and draw a little closer in this game. Fires toward the end zone. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his second interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those two interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looking for a man. It's Blair. Fires to the wideout. And he can't grab the bullet pass on third down.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Got his man quickly. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Here comes the heat. Quarterback just flat and missed it. Incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Throws to the tight end. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Play callers love it offensively when you can run the football when the other team knows you're going to do it. That is called imposing your will. And here in the 4th quarter with the lead, very first play of the drive, you break off a nice run. He might just call the exact same.
Makes the catch on the left. The freshman brought down after bringing that one in.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with the lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And the Seminoles come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quickly complete.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And the Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Blair. Fires to the big fella. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Fighting off the defender. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Gets rid of it. Caught near the sticks. It's Durant. Touchdown, Florida State! And the beatdown has ensued. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, every game in the SEC so vital to a team's season, and this one is no different. SMU rolled to victory today in a game where they not only capitalized on opportunities, they created them. And that's the way this coach wants them to play every week. An SEC clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. As they start the drive at their own 10. The give to the left side. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
It was vitriolic, it was intense, and it went to the Seminoles as Florida State will dine on Gator after winning. When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Acrisure Stadium, home of the Pitt Panthers. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Clemson Tigers. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Pittsburgh's offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. When you're going backwards, and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a 3rd down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football back to your offense, probably with great field position.
Just needs a crack to get a return. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Now that is a play that will get your sidelines into the game with that touchdown.
And you could see once he left everybody in the dust and he was going to the house, the sidelines going nuts. What a big-time play to take the lead. Defense did its job. Now special teams coming through in a big way.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. That opening script from the offensive coordinator didn't lead to a score as they punted on their first possession. Now they have it back. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Panthers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. Looking for space. It's McDaniel. There he goes. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper came on a 34-yard jump to the end zone. Coming out with it, it's Hines. So Clemson's offense has the ball for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
There's an idea that Clemson can only run the ball when they sort of trick you and get you in space, but they're showing a lot of versatility now.
Yeah, I think the word you were looking for was finesse. They've been a finesse offense, more about tempo and body blows than it is about, you know, being physical up front. But if this unit does get that physicality and get that ground game and a good offensive line, I think that's when you see the best of the Clemson Tigers.
They knock him down inside the 30 at the 29. It's a pickup of 6. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
My third one, goddamn. This is my last one, though, for the day. All right, I just started this one, but I'm chewing clock, though, so it should be over with pretty fast.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not very many times at home, Reese, where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Using his legs, it's McDaniel. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know when you're playing against a defense
Bro, I'm finna
of this
invite you
caliber,
to this
you're
other
going to
part.
have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball off.
And the Panthers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Fires to the tight end. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The Panthers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. They bring the punter onto the field now. He might be afraid to kick it to him here after the first punt was taken back to the house. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Makes a move. Touchdown, Clemson! Special teams coming through, the third aspect of the game, delivering big time. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And the Panthers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we've played 1 quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Defense in press coverage. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Pitt will have to boot this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Slips through the line. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
And the special teams comes up special. He takes advantage. The short punt, he catches it. You can tell, does a great job using his blocks, getting north-south, getting to the end zone for the big play.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Gets away from one. He's got space. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move. The Panthers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Wants to throw on first down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's second and long. Pressure coming. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Panthers! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. West Virginia is down right now, but this young man under center has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born today in Morgantown. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Florida Atlantic. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Power football with the run. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26. Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Richardson. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. And the Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. The short hands. It's McFadden. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Gets it past the marker. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Leaves it with the running back. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. This will likely be the last play of the half. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Pittsburgh. What a fine performance we've seen.
Pitt will try to boot this thing deep to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Hines. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. From the gun. Give on the inside.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle, it's Richardson. Working their way closer and closer, a 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Here comes the offense on first down. The give to the tailback. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. They'll give it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Ball's at the 24, a lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. He gets it into the red zone, but not quite to the line to gain. They'll mark it at the 18, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down, if you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
Here we go.
To the air on 2nd down. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Clemson. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. No midseason concentration lapse here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Stadium buzz. opposing kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They go back to work in the final period of this one. He'll start this drive firing. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And the Panthers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on second down. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
These are the perfect situations you love to be in. Known passing situations. These are not where the offensive tackles want to be. And when you're on the edge and there's no threat of the run, pin your ears back.
And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because...
Touchdown, Tigers! The hidden yardage, the big play, special teams coming through. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Wide receiver going in motion. Going right to work up top. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. The Panthers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's McDaniel. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And his throw is incomplete.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Pitt.
And I'm pretty sure the card usually tells you to punt in this situation, backed up on your own end. But forget that. We're going to be aggressive. And how about the deep shot down the field on 4th down? You make the play and get the huge explosive touchdown for this offense. Risk it for the biscuit, baby.
On to attempt the try. And it's perfect. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Virginia Tech is in front. They've played awfully well today. And while there's no Michael Vick out there, this group is fighting. They're up by 6 over NC State. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the... Turning it on!
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Gets the back moving. Looking to fire. Grabbed behind the line. It's Pierre. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. They started this drive with a big play, but now they need a conversion to keep it alive on 3rd down. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's complete to the right. The decision to go for it does not pan out. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Looking for room. It's McDaniel.
And I've been impressed with this defense physically. Like, their physical domination of the line of scrimmage. Just the run game has been pretty non-existent so far. And, man, when you control the run game, a lot of times you can control offenses.
Almost had the pick there. Would have been his 2nd of the game. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Pitt will line up to punt it away.
Number 13, on to punt it away.
He gets it away from his own end zone. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They got it on offense. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level, Dave.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's the mode where I can run the football, run out the clock, watch this game go to zeros and get the dub.
The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chain. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. When you hit this point in the season,